dumps, but still, they can turn this into a 1-1 and take it to a game number 3.
Diggy.
Bren Esports just being
Your
the Bren
team
Esports
is
that
picking.
we all know and love from time to time.
I mean, look at this. Cignal Ultra, it's sitting on 14 points. Bren Esports is sitting on 12. It's going to be a 2-1 victory in favor of Bren Esports. They will be jumping. They'll be tied with Cignal Ultra. Well, Cignal Ultra is going to be still going to be in the lead here, but they're going to be ahead of expectation.
You know, just having that certain
Kufra.
here for the side of
Your
Bren
team
Esports
is
gonna put them
picking.
in the prime position to end this game right now. They go for the Yelly Cho and the Pain Kufra. A lot of knockups here, but still, Cignal Ultra got the Diggy.
Got a Diggy. That's going to be negating a lot of knockouts here. Diggy is also pretty annoying in the laning stage.
Yeah, I mean, it only takes 3 bombs to clear 1 wave.
Yeah.
How do you beat that when you
Selena.
plan?
Your team is picking.
Okay, I get it. So right now, if you go for the first engage, they do have the Diggy on their side. You can just keep on throwing those abyssal arrows, then just go straight for the kryptonite. That's how you deal with Bren Esports.
Just open up Selena. That's it. But Bren Esports can still respond here. To be completely honest, a good proper tank should be picked up here. But instead, they're going to be securing their damage dealers here, so they're going to go for Hellcurt here.
Okay,
Hellcurt.
so what
Your team is banning.
Hellcurt is probably the best pick, the most logical pick here for the side of Bren Esports, especially when you're gonna go up against a
Your
Selena, because
team
Selena
is
is all
banning.
about vision. If you can get, like, if you can just say, let's say, you go and hit your abyssal arrow, then they press Dark Knight Falls. Will you go straight in, or will you go back?
Exactly. That's good denial there, Bren Esports. But still, it's still the
Your
pressure
team is
of the
picking.
arrow hitting anybody out of nowhere.
But still, if you think about it, Abyssal Arrow doesn't really have a high cooldown. But Dark Knight Falls does. Dark Knight
Yeah, I agree.
Falls does. Because if you would use it on one Abyssal Arrow hit, it's not
Leomore.
really, you're not really using
Your
it
team
at
is
its
picking.
max potential. It's like you're just making amends or just trying to you know, patch out mistakes, and you're not really gonna get anything out of it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's just going to be how Hayes is able
Palms.
to use his Dark Knight Falls here, especially considering the fact that he has to be a split push here. Franco?
I thought they were gonna go for Franco.
Akai.
I
Your
mean, if they
team
went
is
for a
picking.
Franco, I wouldn't really be surprised. Like the hook and
The arrow.
the hook. Not really the arrow. It's like the hook, then just throw out. Let's say the hook. Then you get in. Just use the ultimate. Just try to close down someone. And if they want, they even want. If they want to save, let's say, that guy, they need to use the Jit Kundo, the Wave of the Dragon, or the knockup coming out from Pain, from the Kufra. Plus, they can
Kagura.
use Kagura's innate ability to stun. Because the thing about Kagura is, you don't really have to use the second skill to get the stun. You just have to reunite with the Umbrella.
As soon as you reunite, that's where the stun starts.
Is it reconcile or reunite or something? You're just meeting
Merge.
merge. I think that's
or
a better term.
just go back to your umbrella. I think that's easier.
I mean, just reunite. I mean, if you're gonna be a Kagura player, that means you and the Umbrella is one, or one, not one really is one, but you and the Umbrella are one,
You have to be the yin
and
the
the yang. So
and-
which is the yin and which is the yang?
It depends.
It
but
depends.
The overturn is always there.
I mean, if the player is bad,
That's the yang.
that's the yang. If the
That's
Umbrella
the yang.
placement, yeah, if the Umbrella placement is bad, it can be the yang as well.
Can be the yang. as
Depends.
well.
It depends, but still, we are going to see a slobber knocker here for game number 2. So sit back relax and just get any food that you can eat, or just get some snacks.
I mean, you can watch
This
this
is a
on
delight to watch. Like, I mean, if there is something called Christmas of MLBB, I think the only those times are the MPL finals.
Yeah.
Not only for the Philippines, but
for
for
the entire
Southeast Asia,
Yeah.
MSC,
Yeah.
and for the Philippines, it's when the best teams actually face off each other. And for this instance, it's Signal Ultra versus Bren Esports.
This is the Santa Claus and reindeers here in this fight. Like this is everything that we ever wanted for a rematch of season 2, a rematch of season 1, a rematch for of a long time, the rivalry of a lifetime, so to speak. But yeah, I'm gonna ask you though, will we be seeing a game number 3 basing it on the compositions here?
I mean, if the pressure is going to the head of Signal Ultra, it will probably get to game number 3. Knowing these guys, the pressure gets into them, but it actually motivates them more to, just become a better team. And if they're very chill about it, I don't really think that will reach game number 3. It's probably gonna go 2-0 to Bren Esports. Especially when Signal Ultra, they think about it, they're not really after getting the top spot for MPL. It's more of like for the regular season, just get into top 4, just get to top 1, or let's say top 2 or top 3. That's fine.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm gonna have to talk about the points here real quick. If Bren goes for a 2-0 here, they're gonna be tied with Archangel. That's 15 points.
That is 15 points, but right now we are going to be heading into the game for the side of Bren Esports. It's going to be Coco on the Hellcurt, Trigo as the Leo, Hayes will be the Cho, Yuji as Kagura, and Payne will be Cooper.
Now on the side of Signal Ultra, we got Tets on the Akai, Desenia on that, Harith D on that Diggy, Fee on that Selena, Yako on that Thumbs. And they are playing it safe.
Just play it safe. Don't really have to exert a lot of effort into getting your own buffs, even if, let's say, like you're not even fit to fight in the early stages of the game. Just looking at their supports, I mean, Tets here needs the Blender and a 1000-pounder. If you're gonna fight at level 1, you own, what do you have? The Blender. What will it do? Nothing.
Some damage.
Some damage, but you're not getting the full potential of the Blender to the 1000-pounder combination.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I'm not sure. Did Akai went for Petrify? I didn't notice that.
Akai will get Petrified.
He has to go for Petrify.
He has to go for Petrify.
But sometimes I've been seeing a couple of Akai players instead go for Cleanse though.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's not going to be a big problem if you go for the cleanse. But Petrify gives you a bit of a leeway in terms of initiating, because even if you don't hit the Blender and the 1000-pounder combination, you just go straight for the 1000-pounder. You just go for the Petrify, find the closest wall, then position yourself, then just go for the Hurricane Dance.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense there. Especially even if you don't have the Hurricane Dance, just a Petrify alone can be a game changer.
Yeah. And Bren Esports versus Signal Ultra, one of the hottest matchups in MPL PH history. Coming in from MPL season 1, it was Aether Main versus DDPG, and right now getting their sponsors, all out sponsors, like I mean, 2 of the biggest organizations in esports history in the Philippines.
Yeah, right now.
Signal Ultra and Bren Esports.
And this is them really just staying on top form despite having. It's already 2 years since the first MPL. So, despite being 2 years into the season and even more from before there was even a semblance of a professional league in the Philippines, they're still one of the top teams.
One of the top teams, and right now Yahoo is gonna go for that Tams. But Few is with his Selena, and Harris of Lisanya is gonna go to the middle lane. So a lot of the players here is just just staying there and just trying to get their level 4 ultimates.
Yeah, and speaking of level 4, Desenia does have his as well as Few. And Bren Esports kind of lacking in terms of level 4s there. I think any moment now they should be able to go for a fight here. But they're still going to be, I'm pretty sure they're going to have to wait for Tets to get his level 4, and he finally does. Desenia and Tets can be a gank squad that's worth looking out.
Okay, so gank squad, next term, gank squad, yeah. Gank squad. Kane here, almost getting hit, but he learned his lesson after getting hit by the Mr. Arrow thrice at the same time.
Yeah,
Thrice, not really
in one game, not at the same time. That's above.
That's above.
And speaking of Abyssal Arrow, it does actually connect on the Haze, barely connects on the Haze. But the trap is going to be giving it away. This turtle is going to be heavily contested here. There goes the Hurricane Dance on the Pain. Time Journey is going to be popped. Not really a good position here for Cignal. Ultra Zone Force is going to be committed. And the Yako is finally going to be joining in on the fight there. The turtle is going to go down and is going to be secured by Cignal Ultra. And I think he's going to be paying the price for that.
Fight this. Wow! Oh my goodness!
He actually is!
It hits! And right now, here comes the punish. Cignal Ultra displaying their game. Abyssal Arrow, will it connect? No, it won't. But D catching him one. Oh my goodness, Few with the double kill. And D.
But it's not yet G.
It's still D.
Still D.
Okay.
Because yeah, early game, 4-2, Cignal Ultra is looking really good here. Securing the turtle, and I believe, oh wait, Yako fell down. Didn't he? Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yako didn't fall down, so he still has a turtle buff, and he is going on to the bottom lane. But while that's happening,
look at the damage. That is a tank. That is a tank. A full-grown man.
A full-grown man still getting hurt by
kind of a worm. Black worm.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't know about that, but still. Moving on to relevant things.
Yeah, let's go. Going back to the game again. Yeah, the turtle buff is still up for Yako, so he can just farm as much as he wants over to the bottom lane, try to shove it as well. But Bren Esports, I am seeing a rotation here. Going towards the bottom lane. Onto Thomas. I mean. Abyssal Arrow does not connect onto UG and or Pain.
And look at Coco here. Getting 4 daggers here for his helper. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of daggers. A true sign of an assassin.
But he does have 4 stinkers. Okay. 1 dagger.
Turtle resurrecting soon.
Okay.
I mean, hey, he needs as much damage as he wants.
As much damage as he wants. But right now, Bren Esports, they still need to get a turtle or 2. But I mean, Hayes here getting caught out, and there comes the absorb. Hayes here. Hayes gonna get punished. Here comes the Hurricane Dance. They're bursting him down, and he will get punished. Overextending and overstaying is welcome.
Yeah, that was a good timing on that Hurricane Dance. Williams Arrow's not going to be there, but Pain actually goes for the knock up there. Knocks Few onto the wall. Not a lot of damage, though, because Cignal Ultra is coming down on top there. Top lane turret is going to fall down. Meanwhile, while that's happening, bottom lane is being pushed out by Hellkurt. Mid lane is still going to be the primary focus here by Rebo.
Okay, so Rebo here is not really joining the fray in terms of fighting, but he is getting a lot of gold. He is getting a lot of gold. He's farming. He really is just staying there. I mean, the journey of Bren Esports after MPL Season 2 has been very rocky. I mean, in terms of, just finding the right combination in terms of who will play core and who will play utility, Pain and Rebo has been playing a tug of war in terms of who gets to play core. And that's the thing about them. And right now, I think Rebo and Pain got into in common terms, like, okay, Rebo, you're gonna play court.
Yeah, they finally found their right roll, and the blender and the Thousand Founder connects on to Hayes, and Hayes is gonna fall down. A lot of ultimates being expended there, just to secure Hayes though.
And without him, there's no really reason why you shouldn't go for the turtle. And that is what they want, the pick off to the turtle. That's the reason why it's okay to commit a lot of those ultimates. It's because there's no way in hell that Bren Esports is gonna fight after losing her Cho.
Yeah, and Cho does have the retribution as well, so you know you really don't want that to happen. And I think this is a scuffle over the bottom lane. Yako kind of saying nice timing there on the time journey, and we'll be able to turn things around, securing the kill.
And D with the save. Rebo getting the short end of the stick. And denial. That is a deny by D. You can't
D
spell deny without D.
And you can say diggy without D. Yeah, that was really beautiful timing there on that
But
time
you can't
journey.
spell D without... You can't spell Disenia without D.
You can't spell few without E.
Nice. Going back to the topics.
We're back into the game again. Gonna be sidetracked there. But yeah, that was a really good engagement over the bottom lane. Was able to secure the tier 1 turret there. Opens up the jungle completely, and look at the tier 2 turret over there at the bottom lane.
Oh, few. Actually missing the hair strand over there.
The pixel.
The pixel. Almost.
If
Oh,
that,
okay.
that would have connected, it could be a completely different thing. Lightning Turn is going to be picked up here by Kagura, and she needs to take advantage of that item spike.
Okay, Yako here just taking that down, what do you call that? The cannon. The cannon. Do you call it cannon? The siege tree. Just call
Like
it the siege
the
tree.
cannon.
Cannon.
Cannon mid.
Cannon mid. Just took it down like a madman. Just used a lot of those skills to take it down.
Well, I mean, you can jump the wave as fast as you can. Go for it.
Lord
It doesn't
resurrecting
require mana.
soon.
Yeah, might as well go. And, yeah, this.
Oh,
Oh, that's a
GG.
turret. Secured.
Almost
Zama
getting caught
Force.
out.
Time
That
journey is
goes
going to be
to
fun.
burst. And Hayes,
Ball.
Hayes actually wanting to go for D, but D here.
All goes for the wave of the dragon.
You getting caught out, the wave of dragon, there's no follow-up to that, and right now Yaku in the middle of everything, Hayes trying to run away, and that is the Abyssal Harrow. Hayes sees that, and he just dashes back.
Yeah, that's still a 4v1. You wouldn't be able to come out on top there. This Lord is going to be taking quite fast here on the side of Cignal Ultra, and it is going to be marching his way over towards the bottom lane.
And wow, Cignal Ultra with them place, and they really want to take this to game number 3. And this is where the boys doesn't succumb to the pressure. They feel motivated to play better, and with that, they are just going to fight this.
What?
And right now, just having that certain advantage coming out here from the side of Cignal Ultra, they do have the Lord, so they can end the game quite well. And that is what the Selena brings to the table. Just get one good Abyssal Arrow, and that might be the game.
Yeah, I can completely agree with you on that, because if they can disrupt Bren Esports. Wait, is that Hayes?
That is Coco.
Oh, that's Coco. That's a new hair for him. I mean, it was messy, but But anyway, going back. Yeah, if Selena connects with the Abyssal Arrow, it's going to be really detrimental for Bren Esports. I mean, I think that's a win condition that Cignal Ultra has.
That is a win condition, and look at the players here, just very focused on what they are playing. And Bren Esports, things are looking grim for them, and this is how you watch Mobile Legends as a manager. You just look at the body language of the players, and if they're actually scratching their heads, that means they're losing. If they're shouting a lot, that means they're winning.
Yeah, it's either that or they're just really well composed no matter what's happening.
Okay, so right now it looks like Bren Esports is really looking good. So that means technically they're probably losing the game right now. And Signal Ultra, they look very, very composed, and
Oh.
this is probably the end. Wow,
Wow.
anticlimactic.
Oh. 1-1.
Victory!
It is now a 1-1. We are no pushovers. That is the statement coming out here from the side of Signal Ultra.
Yep. Right now, as we speak, Cignal Ultra is now tied with Archangel, and Bren Esports is tied with Execration in terms of points. Now, the only question is, who is gonna get the second victory?
Who's gonna get the second victory? Who is gonna get 2 points? If Signal Ultra wins this, that means they go up on the rankings as the #1 team in MPL season regular season. But if Bren Esports wins this, they will actually take Execration to the 4th spot.
Yep, that is exactly what's gonna happen. But looking at how Cignal Ultra managed this game, it was really them just focusing solely on the objectives, knowing who to go for. That was a beautiful arrow there.
Look at how scary Yaku is when he knows that he can take down everyone here from the side of Bren Esports. He just knows it, and he won't be scared.
Yeah,
He doesn't think. It's
Just
more it's more on instinct. I can take everyone down. You don't have skills. I'm just gonna go in. I have my ultimate. Let's brawl.
Yeah, I mean, Yako is one of the type of players where if you give him an opportunity to be ahead in the game, he's gonna steamroll you all throughout with whatever he's playing as.
Right, so look at this Pain actually missing that ultimate just because D was fast with his fingers in terms of getting the times journey up. He missed his ultimate. That's how crucial that was.
This is like high-level gameplay.
High level gameplay indeed.
This is what we're
And
experiencing.
he's almost getting hit by the abyssal arrow there, going to the other side of the map or other side of the pathway. That was the crossroads. Looking at the crossroads, so we would be lonely, and he just went to the other side and just died.
Yeah, a
So
lot of
At
bones.
least he wasn't lonely. Bones.
Bones.
Oh, see the bones.
The bones
It's
are right there. The
Still
bones
there.
of D. Not D, but the bones of Ace. But here's the question here: who is going to be the primary bans here for both these?
I don't
teams?
know.
Because
I mean, both of the teams here can play a lot of heroes, and there are a lot of heroes in their respective hero pools as well. And how do you stop this? I mean, literally, Yaku can play any fighter there is. If he wants to go Alucard, he can go for Alucard. And we've been talking about this, we've been debating about this, and he keeps on telling me that one of the best fighters right now is the Alucard.
that's actually surprising. Like I'm not expecting Alucard to be in the meta here on this high level of a gameplay, but yeah, the kit
I
of Alucard is like right there for sustains,
I mean,
and he'll be able to fight.
I mean, if Esmeralda works, and technically, Esmeralda is the Alucard of the mages. You just have to swing your sword. You just have to hit everyone in front of you, so that you get HP back.
I can kind of see
But
it there.
I
But
do think that we will be heading into the draft, and let us
Right
see.
now.
Game number 3, the last game. Who gets 2 points and
gets
who
2?
gets 1?
yeah, man. Speaking of Alucard,
Your team
Alucard
is
has been
banned.
picked up by Signal Ultra, only being picked up once.
Your team
And he
is
lost.
picking.
Yeah, and we've been talking about that a lot, and we were talking about like what is Alucard gonna do in front of the meta heroes right now, and you see how the sustain game goes. It's pretty much what do you call this? Logical. If you think about it, just knowing how the sustain game goes.
Kaja,
All the stunts in front of you.
Your
If you
team
swing
is
one
picking.
button, if you press one button, you almost get a lot of your HP back. That is a sustain game.
That is,
And
really
that is why Esmeralda is thriving right now. It's because you have that way to get back your armor. But if you are an Alucard, you still have a way to get back your full HP just because of those swings.
Sure.
That is the same idea.
carry.
Yeah, now that you
Your
mentioned that,
team
it
is
does make
picking.
a lot of sense. But if you get paired up with a Belleric, or if you get paired up with an SS by the off chance, Alucard's lethality is just gonna skyrocket skyrocket across the roof. But going to the current picks and bans here, Diggy and Grok's going to be banned on side of Bren Esports. Kimmy and Claude. Kimmy and Claude is going to be banned here on the side of Cignal Ultra. Now Coco is going to be picking up Kaja. Minotaur and Lunox is going to be hovered here by Bren Esports. Cho and Carry
Minotaur.
by Cignal Ultra.
Your
Yeah,
team is
and,
picking.
Wow, just having this
Harith.
early in the
Your
start
team
of the
is
drafting
banning.
phase. It's the Kaja, it's the Minotaur, and the Lunox. That is one straight haymaker in the phases here for the side of Cignal Ultra.
Now, what is going to be the ban here? Selena, of course,
Your team
is going
is
to be
banning.
banned by Bren Esports. Cignal Ultra, they can... Don't give away... I guess Belric. They do need Belric as well in this composition. Diggy's out of the equation, so Belric has to be open, but as soon as they ban him out, what other options do they have here? Thams is going to be banned out
Your team
by
is picking.
Thams is going to be banned out by Cignal Ultra.
Leo Mord.
So,
Your
Claymore
team
gonna be
is
picked up once
picking.
again.
okay. So Harith will be picked up by Desanya. Hugh will probably be the Leo. Then Desanya, then Yahoo will get that carry. Because I do think that Yahoo is their marksman.
Oh, Guinevere being picked up by Bren Esports. And Hanabi?
Are they gonna...
They do lock into Hanabi.
Your team is picking.
All right, now, kind of looking at it this way. I'm looking at it this way. Higanbana is going to synergize really well with the Minoan Fury. Now, Anakai is going to be picked up here instead for Cignal Ultra. No, it's going to be an Angela.
Angela.
And Leo, Angela, it still works. As shown to us by the side of Aether Atlas into their game number 2 and 3, and they're just gonna take a page out of that lineup. And Cignal Ultra, they don't have a full-fledged tank.
They have to end this fast.
They have to end this fast. I will agree with you.
Kind of iffy here about the Cignal Ultra picks. I mean, they could make it work. Double retributions though. Double retributions there. Onto Guinevere and onto Lunox.
This is very tricky for the side of Cignal Ultra just because they don't have a full-fledged tank, and all the meta tanks went to the side of Bren Esports. So who wins and who sustains who? That is the main question here for this fight. I mean, yes, you do have the protection for the Leo. He acts as a tank, but if let's say Angela doesn't really scale well into the game, he's not going to be a factor into the coming mid-game and late game.
And we'll find out what's going to be the call here for Cignal Ultra. If they'll be able to go all the way and get a 2-0, 2-1 victory here. I don't know what's going to happen, but there he goes. Oh, right off the bat. Getting a kill, not 30, 40 seconds into the game.
And look at the pressure that Cignal Ultra brings. They know that they have to end this fast. And when we say fast,
We
I mean supersonic like JJ fast.
Yeah, you gotta pretend like you're in Japan Ichiban. And look at this!
Japan!
Ichiban!
And Yaku just goes for it.
Teriyaki Boys is a place to be here for these guys. And of course, let's not forget about the rundown here real quick. Bren Esports, we have Coco on that Hanabi, Rebo on that Minotaur, Hayes on that Kaja, Yuji on that Lunox, and Pain on that Guinevere.
For the side of Cignal Ultra, it's going to be Pets on the Angel, Desania as the Harith D. As the Choke, you will be the carry, and Yaku as the Leo.
Yeah, this is really aggressive playing from Cignal Ultra. They're shoving out the lanes so that they can start pushing out the turret here over to the bottom lane. So that Guinevere won't have enough to work with in terms of farming.
And Rebo and the others, they're just starving them in terms of farm into the middle lane, and Hanabi just throwing out those skills, and Rebo, he's just trying to run away. Oh no, that's not Rebo, that is actually Pain. And wow, actually
Turtle
Pain is
resurrected.
getting
Oh!
relegated here to the core position. Angela, fast on his fingers, fast decision making, right place at the right time, and he gets a kill.
And this is Cignal Ultra really recognizing that, hey, we have a timer. We have to make this timer work. That is exactly what
Yes.
they're doing.
If you have a timer, that means you'll run out of time. And when you run out of time, you don't have time. That means you lose your timer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
See? It doesn't sound like it makes sense, but here comes, of course, the Phantom Steed.
Oh, we're
He's
actually gonna
go
go for
in,
the
and
divine
here comes
judgment,
Thunderbird.
and Yuji's gonna be able to secure that. This is a slobber knocker.
You just have to wait for the Thunderbird. Thunderbird.
Thunder, hear the thunder, thunder.
And right now, no one's giving a care in the world about the turtle. Cignal Ultra. Are you just gonna get kills? Oh my, the denial.
I think they really are gonna go for the kills here because they want to bring Bren Esports behind as much as possible. The more time that you're dead, the more time you won't be getting gold and EXP. The more time for you guys to go online faster.
Okay, so Few and the others, they are actually gonna go for this turtle. They realize that Bren Esports, 3 of their teammates are at the top lane, so they just go straight for that, and they got to the objective that they want.
Carrot does have the buff, amplifies his damage there. And they want to make sure that they take advantage of that.
Okay, so Yahoo on the other hand has 2 deaths, but 2 kills on his belt, so that's like 50-50.
50-50 and 100% always there in the fights rate.
Not exactly.
Yeah,
Not
he died.
exactly.
He
Died.
died twice.
That means he could have died by a pickoff or probably inside the flash. Who knows?
Who knows?
Oh, look at that. Lined up. They actually lined up.
Ooh, top lane though, he is gonna go down. And this is fairly aggressive. He goes for the Minotaur Fury.
Look at
That now comes as well.
connection. Look at that connection, but here comes the Calvary. Desani here wants blood. That goes in with the
Turn
flicker,
aggro is a bit too
and
much to handle here.
They will just try to get in and out. Few can actually get hit by that
almost.
carpet and almost fast decision making, presence of mind.
Presence of mind indeed, and this is going to be the mid lane turret destroyed, and this is how Bren Esports comes back in games. They just secure objectives.
That's the only thing that you can do. But still, the question is, how do you stop Harris? I mean, if you don't get, like, let's say, a Divine Judgment on Harris, what's your way to catch him out? I mean, the Gwen is a good alternative, but if you can't really predict where Lasagna is going, then it's going to be hard.
It is. It really is going to be hard. This mid lane is something that is going to be hard as well because that Divine Judgment is going to be catching Few.
Turtle
Manages to survive. There goes the Minoan Fury. A 3-man Minoan Fury to that. Zaman Force is going to be committed there. Does secure the kill onto D. So Cho is no longer in the equation. No way the Dragons are going to be popped here, and that is going to be a good call by Cignal Ultra to just disengage. Instead, they're going to go for the turtle.
Fight. They go for the turtle.
I mean, just win wherever they want to win. And Bren Esports recognizes that, so they're going to back off.
If it's that easy to win,
Only it was.
if only it was. And Yako here in a world of
That's
hurt.
an easy kill, but Barbiel is
He
going to be
actually
there to
gets
save him out.
From there, Yahoo, you madman. Okay, fine. And right now, Revo is in the middle of everything. He wants,
Slows down Rebo.
he wants, you know, defense tower, but
The
he
burst.
is a world of hurt. You know what,
Killing
Fury? I don't really think it will matter. No, it won't.
Yeah, because Bren
Calamity Reaper is on Harry.
is going to be a problem now.
Ah.
Oh, there goes the Divine Judgment on Zania. And this is the problem with Cignal Ultra's roster. They are squishy as all hell.
Yes.
And they're gonna go for
that is
extended-
actually as if we're gonna
Shut
say
down.
like,
Mega
and
kill.
we are actually
Shut
thinking
down.
about if hell is squishy.
What?
I mean, if it's squishy as hell, then that means hell is very squishy. Because, you're comparing being squishy to hell.
That's not what it means.
Yeah, I'm just playing. I'm just
I
toying
know,
with
I
you.
know, I know.
Just
I
toying.
know.
But it actually makes sense.
It makes
You're
sense.
comparing the squishiness to hell.
And Squishy has a marshmallow. There you go.
Okay, nice.
That makes a lot more sense.
Is hell a fun land? No, it's not. There's no way in hell that hell is squishy.
Okay, Butters, you do you. But meanwhile, over here in the mid lane, they are doing themselves because D is going to be caught off guard once again. And they are overstaying their welcome here in this mid lane.
And
There goes a
View,
two-man
Ted's
minimum.
getting caught out. They get caught out, but look at that. Zania once more, and they want to fight. Lunox there. He's going to use his ultimate to get in and out. And look at this. Cignal Ultra, they've been losing the time and time again. But Bren Esports, they're the ones who are getting forced back. They're not putting, like, let's say, these pick-offs into objectives.
Yeah, that's really quite disappointing here.
And it's not like they don't want to, it's not, but it's more on, they're not really capable of doing it, but Yahoo getting the boot.
In the boot. And this is Bren Esports just mounting an offensive here over the top lane. Cignal Ultra does not want to fight because Yako needs to be there to dish out a lot of damage. And Bren
Look
Esports
at
is chipping.
all the pokes that are coming out from both teams right now. Phew, is actually
Chieftain though.
okay. No
I
way
thought there
for
was
Dragon.
yeah.
He didn't reach though. But Rebo here, almost at Minovan Fury range, rather.
That is the benefit of having a tank. The
That
game.
is the benefit.
Bren Esports was able to last long in the fight. Cignal Ultra though, they need to start thinking about objectives because they've been lacking in that department. They've been trying to secure kills left and right, but again, they are on a timer.
They are on a time. Yeah, I do agree with that. But right now, Coco versus Few. Few is having a better time. Although Coco, on the other hand, is getting more uptime in just the farm. As while Few is getting relegated to, just getting all the kills in skirmishes. So that's the difference between these two carries.
Yeah. I mean, Cignal Ultra is... They should start thinking about objectives here. I'm sorry, but this constant push for trying to go for wipes or trying to force out team fights here for Bren Esports is not going to be working out
Lord
well for them
resurrecting
because
soon.
Bren Esports has Minotaur. They have Kaja as well that can disrupt whatever chances Cignal Ultra has in
Whatever
the
it takes.
whatever it takes. And speaking of which, Rebo low on HP does actually have the middle of the year ready, but he gets taken out before he was able to pop it out.
And
It is
here
going to be the
comes
comeback.
Yahoo!
And that is going to be it.
Okay, Yaku
Shut
still
down.
wants more blood, and he goes straight for Coco, and here comes the kite. Coming in left and right for Coco and Pain. Coco in a world of hurt. He will go down, and Yaku.
Poof, he became Coco, but the Lord Aggro is on D. He's actually going to go for
Damn!
it. Goes for the wave, the dragon.
Almost. Getting in range.
Almost.
Almost.
Goes for the G though. Concentrated energy now on Harris.
See energy. See energy.
C energy. I guess there aren't any energy gaps here for Desania.
See energy every day.
Yes.
It's concentrated. You never run out.
You never run out at all. Now the Lord is going to be very important here.
The Lord is always important.
Of course.
Walk with the Lord.
Walk with the Lord. That is what these guys want us to do. More so on the side of Cignal Ultra. As they are squishy, he is acting as the tank here, and that's not going to be enough. So if
He's
they
the,
can have the Lord,
let's say he's the shock absorber.
the shocker.
is literally the shock absorber, and we've been talking about this time and time again. But Cignal Ultra, they literally have a timer.
Yeah, and I feel like their timer is about to run out here, unless they can go for the Lord and go for a complete wipeout on the Bren Esports. That is still going to be a tall order to do, and they are going to be starting the Lord, I believe. But the resets are just way too real.
D, on the other hand, is being tasked with one of the, let's say, biggest or biggest roles in this game. Try to get Coco in front of everyone.
That's going to be the main case. Goes for the G Kundo. No Divine Judgments available. Goes and expands the Flicker just so that he won't be targeted by Kaja. And this Lord, I think they're really trying to force something out of Bren Esports here. Trying to bait them into that Lord take. Rebo kinda has the rage ready. Oh, there goes the Divine Judgment connecting onto them. There goes the Minoan Fury as well. That is a 3-man Minoan Fury. Bren Esports is coming out on top of this fight. The Zion Force is going to be committed there over the top lane. Few is going to fall down, no doubt.
Double kill.
And that just leaves Angela and Harris alive. And Bren Esports is going to be able to secure this. And that is now the problem being evident here on the side of Cignal Ultra. They are too squishy.
That's it.
As hell.
Not gonna dwell on that. Here comes the Lord onto the top lane. And this is a lot of pressure going to the side of Cignal Ultra. We've seen them succumb to this kind of pressure. Game number 2? Game number 2? No. I think it's game number 1.
No, game number 1 was Cignal Ultras.
No.
Oh, the game number 1 was Brent's,
Brent's,
yeah.
They succumb to the same pressure. This is the same trademark for signature pressure that Bren Esports brings to the table time and time again.
Yeah, and
Right now, Cignal Ultra has to make it over that pressure.
yeah, they have to, and they're starting it off with taking a piece of the Lord here. D is kind of in a good position here to go for the wraparound. Will he be able to catch
Look at
Coco
D.
though?
Look at D's position though.
Posing it. Goes for the G. He's gonna go for the G Kundo. Go.
Oh
Does
my
not
goodness, Divine-
connect with the. Oh, there goes the
Divine
Fury. The
Judgment.
Dominant Force is gonna be committed as well. And this is Cignal Ultra trying to pick up the bits and pieces that is in that engagement. I mean, Coco was the primary target here for Cho, but he wasn't able to do so because
And
of that
Eugene
Divine
going
Judgment.
1v1 with a great one there. Few will actually take down Lunox, but still, it's not going to be a problem as it's still a 3v3 situation. And in terms of course, Pain is still there.
Yeah, that top lane inhibitor turret is down. There goes the Divine Judgment onto Tets. Securing the kill onto him. And that's just going to be DNP alive to defend this push. But Minoan Fury is going to be connecting. Not a lot of damage happens here for Bren Esports. They're going to just disengage. And there comes the rest of Bren Esports going in for that. Few will be able to at least secure the kill onto Kaja. Rebo
He
is
goes
the next
in,
point
he
here.
goes out,
There goes
Pain.
for it.
Violet Requiem. Few here just trying to fight this 2v1. Will he actually win this?
Yako is actually right there in the fight now as well, but good call on Bren Esports to just disengage. Don't give away any other easy kill to Cignal Ultra because they will be able to equalize the game.
They will be able to equalize, and Few, the hero of that fight. If there is a fight in Philippine history that is actually the same as that, it was the fight of Tirad Pass, I think. Like the history, like you're just like the last checkpoint.
It's not Tirad Pass, it was
What
it's Biak na ba to?
it was Biak na Bato, whatever. How do you say Biak na Bato in
Split Rock.
Split Rock? The Battle of Split Rock.
No, I think that really is the English translation.
Yeah, the Battle of Split Rock. Who was the hero there?
History class is a long time ago because this is another history that's happening right now because Bren Esports might just repeat history from season number 1 here. But Cignal Ultra is going to go back.
Hero is the rough part. I'm just saying.
the hero split heart.
Okay, that's okay.
Divine Judgment on the Yaku.
Yaku,
Yaku's gonna fall
Yaku's
down.
gonna
3
fall
man
down.
Minnow Fury.
And here comes Few, just trying to fight this. They actually catch out Pain and Yuji here. They're actually trying to get out. Winter Truncheon is there to save their lives. They disengage quite easily. Yaku, the hero, the one that gets them out of the tightest of spots, is actually down, and that is going to be it. Bren and Sports wins this 2-1.
And look at their faces. Outside of Bren Esports, they're really elated there with that victory. Well-deserved 2-1 victory for them. And that is going to be pushing them up in the scoreboard. They're going to be in third place right now.
Confidence. That is how you play this game.
Confidence, confidence, confidence.
That is how you play the game.
I'm speechless.
Oh my goodness. And Coco actually making use of this Hanabi.
Yeah, Hanabi was honestly a surprising pick. Because you wouldn't expect Hanabi to be that much of a threat here, especially as a marksman in this game, because Carry is by far the superior marksman. But Hanabi made it work. The Higanbana, I wasn't seeing the Higanbanas as much, but every time that I see the Higanbana, it was always on point, especially mid Minoan Fury.
Mid Minoan Fury. But we will be heading on to the game highlights. And there were a lot of highlights in that game, actually.
Yeah.
Just having the pressure, just having the turnout of the game, all the action that happened. It was all calculated, but at the same time, Cignal Ultra, they succumb to the pressure.
Pressure is, they can feel the pressure and it's getting closer now. That's what Cignal Ultra has been feeling. And really, even though Cignal Ultra has been dubbed as the comeback kings,
They couldn't come back from this.
yeah, especially considering the fact that their composition is a one-trick pony.
Yeah. And right now, they don't have that full tact to be the damage absorber or the shock absorber for their side. Just went and hope for the best that Leo and Angela could snowball and they will scale well and no one can actually touch them coming into the mid-game and probably win the game from there. That didn't happen.
Yeah, it didn't happen at all. It's just Bren Esports capitalizing on the fact that, hey, we have a dedicated tank in the game.
Yeah. And as long as we scale well, we don't really have to go for, we don't really have to fight cheese for cheese here. You can't fight cheese, but you can actually fight for butter. Those are two very different dairy products, my good sir.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, see? But still, looking at the highlights right now, Coco is getting run down by Yaku, and that is Yaku's job time and time again. It's just go for Coco, just try to, see Coco just run away, then straggle, then die.
Yeah, he really wants a Coco there. And just really the timings of the Minoan Furies were really on point here for Bren Esports, and as well as Higanbanas being popped all at the same time. That's like the icing on the top of the cake here for this series. This Bren Esports just playing to their strengths, just making sure that they still have the advantage even if they have the disadvantage.
Nice.
Nice.
That was a very nice, you call that? Analogy.
That's my analogy of everything. And that's how Bren Esports usually does it. Even though they're on the back foot, they will find a way to just come out on top again and again and again. And this is exactly what happened there. Cignal Ultra, though they were on a timer, they weren't able to close out the game because Bren Esports was able to just mow through.
Just having this week is a lot of revelations, and there are more revelations that's going to happen in the last week before we head on to our playoffs. But still, there is a gauge in everything that we're doing right now. This is the final 2 weeks of MPL Season 3 regular season. So tomorrow, we will be having another 4 series, like four more series.
We got 4 more series.
Before we head on to week number 6, which is technically the last week of MPL PH Season 3 qualifiers before we head on to
To the
our playoffs.
playoffs.
And I don't really know if the playoffs will get announced by the time that the second week is the last week is over. Don't really know, but still we will be announcing that, and we will make sure we will see you there.
Yeah, and for one last time for today, I am Nomad, and this is Butters. That's right.
I'm Butters, the official dairy product of PH Esports, and the guy that Nomad doesn't let me speak. Doesn't let me speak.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
And
fine.
together we are the Choco Butternut Tandem, and this has been the Mobile Legends Bang Bang Professional League Season 3 regular season.
We out.
We out, yo.
See you guys next
See you
time.
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.